Hey guys, this is Xfox here, and this is going to be a quick tutorial / guide on how to beat the Orcs Must Die. I believe this level is called Hard Climb. And you can see the very first thing I showed right over there was my wall. I basically always cast the wall to allow it to make sure the Orcs have to go through a certain path that all of them have to go through. I don't want to split up my resources. So here, I'm going to go ahead and all I did was get the perk for the flame arrows for the archers there. And of course, place all of those traps over there to the right. It does leave you very low-handed here in the beginning, but at least you should be able to take a lot of these guys out here, no problem. You do get 2 archers in the beginning of the game that come sort of stock with the level, and then of course I placed 1 more because I only had 500 left over from getting my perks. So here I see a ton of these guys got through, but I knew with my Guardian up here I should be able to beat these guys down pretty easily. So here what I want to do is, like most of my other videos, is go ahead and set a bunch of tar traps so it slows their guys down. Especially with the ogres, they're definitely going to be difficult if you don't have any of these traps set here.
That's going to leave a mark.
So here we go. I'm ready to rock and roll again with the new traps laid. And I'm going to come up here and just continue to spam right here and kill as many of these guys as I can. I know I should have been focusing my shots a lot more, but here I just wanted to spam because I knew hopefully it would hit them no matter where I get. So here I have that air perk, so I'm going to go ahead and try and push a lot of these guys off into the pit over there. So you can see it's definitely very effective. It kills a lot of their guys in bulk. And then of course here I'm just going to go ahead and try to clean up any of the additional guys that come through here. So perfect, that was that was phase 2 of round 1. So what I wanted to do here is additionally get more archers up here for some support. So I'm trying to really pack these guys tight in here. And of course I'm going to come back down here and add additional traps here to slow them down. So this time they send a bunch of flyers, so I'm going to sit here and try to pick these guys off with some headshots if I can. Get a few headshots here and there, but for the most part, my archers should be able to take them down. Just you can see fairly easy here, no problems at all. We did get 1 slip through, however, so I'm going to come back up to the top and pretty much take him out fairly easy here. So I figured I didn't want to go ahead and put any more archers at the very top because I thought my archers at the bottom should take care of any flyers. So I additionally keep doing what I do here and just, cast more and more of these traps here. But I also wanted to beef up again the range here. So I go ahead and place a few archers on the ledge and go ahead and begin round 2. So here they're going to send 2 ogres. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is basically my same technique that I've always used. And, use that to slow them down. And, of course, didn't know if they would be affected by air, but they are not. So I'm going to continue here and basically just pound this guy with as many of our arrows as I can. And then, of course, here comes the additional guy here. And I want to try to chain stun this guy and let my archers really do the damage on him. But the problem here is that if they have any flyers, a lot of these ogres will take sort of the first brunt, and basically all of your archers will focus on him instead of focusing on your actual flyer guys. So you can see those guys slip through because again my archers were focusing on the other guys. But I'm going to go here and definitely clean up these last guys here. So what I decided to do here is put a few archers up here. Again, this will definitely get any of those scraggling flyers that come through. 3 of them should do it. If 3 don't do it, then 4 should definitely do it, because your archers on the bottom should take care of it. So here we go. This is wave 2 in round 2. Here is pretty much the same thing. They're just going to send a lot of orcs this time. You can see they're really getting affected by this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and push 5 or 6 of them inside the water there. And go ahead and push even more in there. You can see the air thing is very, very effective. It works great. Both the fireball and the other one are perfectly fine. So I'm going to come in here and do the same thing. Push a ton of them in there. Then, of course, my archers here should be able to clean up any of these additional guys who are left here. So you can see that flame perk is definitely great. So here I'm going to continue this build up here, because I definitely want to put as much damage down as possible as I can during these additional phases. So I just line up the archers there. And then again, go up here right in this little crease here and just kill as many of these guys as I can initially. And again, use the same technique as that I've always used. You can see they're sending flyers this time too. Here you can see they're sending a lot of those werewolf guys, or whatever you want to call them, so I additionally will just push them back, again, because they can run right through a lot of this stuff very, very quickly. Yeah, these hunter guys are very difficult to beat here. You can see here I actually got stuck, so I'm going to try and stun these guys or push them back a little bit, but again, it was just a bad move, especially when they send a lot of these hunters here. So unfortunately I die, so maybe don't use my technique, but basically here they respawn me right as the hunter comes up. I'm going to go ahead and again chain stun this guy and kill both these guys fairly easy here. So luckily for me, that wasn't the middle of a round, because all my archers basically got to respawn. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is really go ahead and sort of keep my same technique that I was using. Go ahead and add a more additional of these slow pits here. But additionally, add more archer guys down here to, again, increase the DPS that I'm putting out when those guys are in the actual tar themselves. So the archers and the tar basically go hand in hand. With just the tar, there's really not a lot you can do. So you'll see here, I'm going to go ahead and, continue. We got another nice ogre coming out here. No problem. My guys are going to focus this guy down. Now I can see that the other ogre is coming here. That's going to be no problem. I'm going to stun him as well. And I'm just trying to watch the very top to make sure all those flyers don't get through. Again, we do have a lot of damage going down on this ogre, so I want them to really focus on those guys. So once I know we have him down, I know they're going to start focusing on these flyers here. And pretty much with all of my archers, I don't think there was a way that those could have actually got through. So that phase in round 2, or wave 1 in round 2, was fairly easy. You can see I can't have any more of the Guardian guys, so what I'm going to do is start to put a lot of the traps and stuff up top here. So I put one of those just right there. And again, start my same tactic over again. I'm just continue to spam these guys as they come out of this out of the door here. And my archers should take care of the rest of them. You can see I'm just watching my map up to the right to make sure none of those flyers get by, because in this round, those flyers are the ones that are actually going to get you. So perfect. That was round 2, I guess you can call it, or sorry, wave 2 of round 2. So what I wanted to do there is put an additional sort of safeguard against my archers. So if the guys were able to get through, I would fling them back around, and they would have to go through basically do the whole thing again. So this time they send a bunch of orcs this time. Still very, very straightforward. I'm going to go ahead and try and spam and kill as many of them as I can here. They do send a whole other wave set of flyers here. So again, setting those archers on the top and bottom are a very effective technique. So those werewolf guys, those hunter guys are definitely the guys I do not want coming close to me. I'm going to sit here and try and stun them so my archers can get them. And then when I get them, I'm going to come in here and try to push a bunch of these guys off and push them back a little bit or into the water with that wind push. So here I see that one of those guys are up there. He's basically just ripping through my guys. I couldn't figure out why he was able to get through until I figured, oh, those guys can actually jump over a single barricade. So if you set up double barricades, you can see over there on the left-hand side, then they actually won't be able to jump it over and go kill all your archers there. So here, I'm just setting up a few of these to fling the guys into the ooze here. Go ahead and set up a tar trap to slow them down even more. And then, of course, here you can see over to my right there, I had just a single, wall line, and of course the hunters can jump over those. So I do recommend on this level, if you're going to use this technique, to double up on the walls over there on the right. So here I was just trying to find stuff that I could place and push. For some reason, I accidentally misclicked there. Just wanted to find additional things that I could put because I do have quite a bit of cash here. So I'm going to go ahead and place some of these steam vent things, or these steams down here right when they come out, to do just a little bit of damage on these guys. So I figured that's good. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and begin basically round 3, phase 1. So here, I just do the same thing. Nothing too difficult. Gonna kill these double ogres that they send here. Again, the slow is working great for these guys. So you can see my archers are just tearing these guys up here, while I try to land as many headshots as I can. So perfect. That phase was, you can see, pretty simple. They sent basically 4 ogres as well as a bunch of flyers. But depending on your technique, you should be able to beat that absolutely no problem here. So here I'm going to go ahead and sell that. I'm going to try and at least put something down that does some damage. So I'll put down one of those flaming hot coals there. And go ahead and put something on the wall here. Now these hunters are very difficult, again, because they're pretty quick. They send quite a bit of hunters here, so I want to definitely try to keep those guys back and let my archers really do all the DPS and knock them down here. So I'm holding this side down fairly well. I can hear that a bunch of my archers are getting knocked back and are getting killed, and I wasn't quite sure why. But you'll see here in a second what happens. So I keep hearing, hey, archer is down, archer is down. And so here I just wanted to keep these 3 back because these guys will kill all of my guys. So I look up there and I noticed that, yeah, this one guy here was basically killing all my archers. And what happened again is the hunters can jump over the single barricade walls. So you can see we went through that absolutely no problem. So I go look over here and, you know, I'm thinking, how do these guys get through? They shouldn't have gotten through. And then, of course, I know that over there on the other side of my walls is actually where they got through. So here, I'm going to try and just go ahead and, you know, sort of salvage what I got here. And I'm glad they didn't send too many flyers or any more ogres, because they definitely would have got through. So we can see we have some single flyers up here. I'm going to try and kill these guys as best that I can. I still have my 4 archers up top, so my middle set tier of archers, you know, really aren't doing too much damage because they're all dead. So here, again, I just want to go ahead and clear these guys out. And try to help them out with any of these flyers that I can. The flyers, again, are always a pain, so here just clearing them out best as I can. So there it is. Basically, here comes sort of the last push, I guess you could say. They do an additional one here. So what I wanted to do is definitely beef this up. This is where those hunters were jumping over. So if you do 2 of these, they cannot jump over that, so they are forced to go the other way.
Step right this way, Mr.
So here, I just set a couple of those up. There's no need for 3 deep on this. So here, I'm going to go and try and figure out additional things that I can put here, you know, to sort of make this, again, do as much damage as I can here. So by the time that they actually get to my guys, that you know, that I've done some decent damage on them. So here, I'm just going to place a few of these, just you know, just to kick them off into the ooze if they do get to this point. Even though I don't think that they'll ever hit those, because they should see the walls, and they should just go basically to the left and go down that same corridor. So here I'm just, you know, randomly placing stuff. Really have no better thing to put anything else, you know, here and there. Knew that wouldn't have been effective, so I didn't put it. Just trying to look for additional places I can put stuff to really maximize this this sort of alleyway that I've sort of forced them to go through here. So perfect. I'm ready to rock and roll. I know I could have put more stuff down there on the lower section, but I decided to just go ahead and work with what I got. So they're going to send an ogre, of course, to take the brunt of the initial punch you got here. But of course, my archers should be able to take him down really, really simple. Then, of course, they're going to send a bunch of the orc waves here, as well as a ton of flyers. So this time they're going to send dual orcs. And this is going to be a little difficult here, because they also send the hunters as well. So here what I try doing is pushing the hunters back, because the hunters are the ones that really can come right through that stuff no problem. So here I'm just trying to kill these hunters and kill these ogres, because these guys are just doing a ton of damage. Well, I die, but hey, it happens, so I'm going to go ahead and respawn here and go ahead and try to clean these guys up. So I can see a bunch of my archers are fallen. I'm trying to maximize, again, sort of the tar pits here. I should have placed a bunch of stuff right here to help the archers out, but you know, I didn't have, unfortunately, didn't think about it until it was too late. So here I couldn't figure out what was left. I'm thinking, okay, what's going on? But here I'm about to actually beat it. So here, just, you know, a few more guys here. There's one last guy. Go ahead and kill that one, as well as the additional 2. And that's how I was able to beat this level. So, you know, hopefully this technique helped any of you guys out there. Definitely go ahead and subscribe, and thanks again for watching.